President appoints a committee to look into Easter bombings of 2019. Government attracts funds to establish a renewable energy power plant in Kilinochchi. Welcome back. Now, news in detail. Now, President Ranil Wickremesinghe has appointed a committee led by a retired Supreme Court judge to seek truth and justice following the tragic Easter Sunday bombings of 2019. The President Media Division revealed this through a press statement on Monday. The allegations by UK's Channel 4 has raised questions as a former Attorney General has made similar claims suggesting the existence of a mastermind behind the attack. The statement said that the committee's primary mission is to investigate the serious allegations recently brought to light by Channel 4 in a broadcast video. The statement also said the government is poised to establish a parliamentary select committee specifically to probe these assertions. The President's Media Division said that the gravity of the situation has prompted the President to ensure a thorough review of all available information. It said the two reports will be presented to the Parliament along with the existing reports on the tragic event. It also said that the comprehensive approach is to provide lawmakers with a comprehensive understanding of the situation, paving the way for well-informed and decisive actions. The President Media Division went on to say that the path to justice for the victims and their families remains at the forefront of the government's agenda. Meanwhile, the government approves the establishment of a 700-megawatt solar power plant complemented by a battery energy storage system at Kilinochchi Poonakari Lake. Cabinet spokesperson and Minister Bandula Gunawardena said this at the post-cabinet media press conference yesterday. The project had been proposed by United Solar Energy SL with an investment of over $1.7 billion. As part of the project, $500 million have been earmarked for domestic project components. Accordingly, a cabinet-appointed negotiation committee will be formed to assess the proposal for evaluation and recommendations. The company intends to construct 3 anecots around Poonakari Lake to fortify the area against seawater intrusion at an estimated cost of $13.5 million. Minister Gunawardena said that the endeavour is poised to provide a power supply of 134 megawatts. Gunawardena also said that the Cabinet approved securing to solicit expressions of interest from potential investors keen on spearheading renewable energy initiatives in the country. The minister added that the move aligns with efforts to expedite the implementation of robust renewable energy programs across the country. The proposal to this effect submitted by Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekara was approved by the Cabinet of Ministers at its meeting on Monday. The Cabinet of Ministers approved the revision of the implementation date of the relevant provisions to repeal the SWAT to 1st of April 2025, taking into consideration the protests opposing its abolishment. Cabinet spokesman and Minister Bandula Gunawardena said this at the post-cabinet media briefing yesterday. The proposed revisions, including the repeal of the SWAT, were earlier poised to take effect from 1st of January 2024. Various stakeholders emphasized the potential for disruptive financial implications, particularly for exporters currently registered under the SWAT system. They argued that a robust value-added tax repayment mechanism must be firmly established before the complete removal of the SWAT system. In response to these concerns, the Cabinet of Ministers approved a phased approach to implementing the new tax reforms. The Cabinet spokesperson Bandula Gunawardena said the measured transition aims to ensure a smooth shift whilst safeguarding the interests of exporters. According to the conditions of the IMF, the government should eliminate the majority of exemptions and revise the VAT scheme and discontinue the SWAT approach. Stay tuned for more stories after this short commercial break.
In the future in the next 15 years or 20 years, undergraduate programs might just be 2 years.
What is exactly a research university?
The UGC, the University Grants Commission, does not allow students who have obtained a foundation program to enter regular programs approved by the government. We at SLTC would like to inculcate this changing dynamic to the students. Even 3 years can be denied. So how about then those students who get only 3 simple passes? They are also entitled.
Welcome back, you're watching State of Business. Now, parliamentarian Madhura Vithanage said that a registering system for online businesses should be formed as the government won't otherwise be able to get any income from online businesses in Sri Lanka. Chairman of the Select Committee for Ease of Doing Business Index in Sri Lanka, Madhura Vithanage mentioned this when the committee met in Parliament recently. The chairman mentioned that more effective service can be obtained by creating an entrepreneurial mindset in government employees. The importance of regular and fair placement of government employees throughout the island was also discussed. The chairman also pointed out that due to some weaknesses in the system, in the divisional secretariat system, issues have arisen regarding the efficiency of the services provided. The officials who were present mentioned that it's essential that the officials of the government institutions should work in the same way to cover all the 9 provinces of the country. The officials also pointed out that if the respective ministers are included as a schedule in the constitution itself, it will be possible to make long-term unchanging decisions. The importance of recruiting multitasking government officials for public service was also discussed during the meeting. Chairman Vithanage said that an efficient system should be introduced expeditiously, to which the committee recommended that all businesses be registered under a QR code. When questioned about public administration corruption, the authorities stated that it can be dealt with under the Anti-Corruption or Bribery Act or through the Establishment Court. Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka Institute of Directors held its 4th Young Directors Forum under the theme How to Convince Your Board, Getting the Dynamics Right. The Young Directors Forum was held at a hotel in Colombo on Monday. The panel discussions featured top executives Ajit Gunawardana, Shari Nicolasinghe, Dinesh Atapattu, Dilanka Jinadasa and Christy Vijaysurya, who joined as the moderator. The discussion revolved around how a young director should navigate board dynamics and effectively communicate his or her ideas to the boardroom. The business case for diversity in boards and the power and benefits in intergenerational leadership were also key takeaways from the session. The discussions concluded with refreshments, providing ample opportunity for networking among peers.
If you are being called as a young director, I'm sure there's a lot of commitments, there's a lot of work that you have done behind the scene to get into that seat early stage in your career. If you really reflect then back and ask you why you are being in that seat so early, I'm sure most of the instances you find very early in your careers, there is someone who saw your potential and given you the opportunities to really do something exceptionally and perform and try to make some opportunities to fail and take those chances. So my message to all young directors is repeat the same. Identify your high potentials, young ones, give them opportunities, push them into the difficult situation, push them into the comfort zones. They will drive the innovation for you.
Now, the Open University teachers of Sri Lanka voiced concerns over the reforms that are being carried out by the government, saying that the country's education system is in a dire condition. The Open University Teachers Association voiced its concerns at a press conference in Colombo today.
It is our responsibility as academics of the Open University to come before you and tell the people that the Open University had been at the receiving end of a corrupt government and a corrupt system for a very long time. The Open University is a people's university. The People's University is a university that is dedicated to empower people in 25 districts in 9 provinces at an equal level. This university has a very special role to play in nation building. This particular task before us cannot be maximized. We cannot carry out the mandate given to the Open University because the government has an unenlightened policy. With regard to this unenlightened policy, let us say the neoliberal policy of the current government is not certainly to the satisfaction of anyone. The entire economy had been destroyed as a result of the manner in which they have implemented policies. The education sector is at the receiving end, is not only the universities, but the primary, secondary, and tertiary university system is given stepmotherly treatment by this government, and we shall oppose that. We will mobilize the people against such a satanic and a devilish regime.
Stay tuned for the stock update. Welcome back, you're with State of Business. Now the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today. The OSHA price index gained 90.57 points to close at 11,438.82, and the S&P 20 gained 29.16 points to close at 3,237.29. The turnover was 1.7 billion rupees and over 60 million shares were traded. Coming up next are Forex rates. And that's it for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Thanks for watching. Take care and good night.
State of Business was sponsored by